The Cleveland Browns, they seem to be wasting Shedeur's time and potentially look to cut him, even though he's been the best quarterback at training camp. None of this makes sense. Let's try to make sense of it or not. Let's tell you how stupid it is after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because I upload all the time. Now, are the Cleveland Browns wasting Shedeur Sanders' time? That is the ultimate question. So this was a tweet that was put out by Bleacher Report about the unofficial quarterback depth chart of the Cleveland Browns. And this, it says Shedeur has been named fourth string. Shedeur Sanders has been named fourth string quarterback on the Browns' first unofficial depth chart, with Joe Flacco being first, Kenny Pickett, who really hasn't played at all during the training camp so far, being second, Dillon Gabriel, who has massively struggled during the training camp, at third, and Shedeur Sanders at fourth. Now, this also comes on the heels of the Browns actually signing a new quarterback. Let's read this from On3. It says, report Cleveland Browns add fifth quarterback to roster. Signed Tyler Snoop Huntley. It says, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Cleveland Browns are signing quarterback Tyler Huntley to their roster, while the Browns already have 4 signal callers. Think about this. They already have 4 in training camp. Some injuries mean more bodies inside the room are needed. Huntley now has an opportunity to step up in Cleveland. Quote, sources, Browns are signing quarterback Snoop Huntley, who spent part of last season with the Browns. Schefter put on X, with Pickett and Dillon Gabriel nursing hamstring injuries and Shedeur Sanders having a sore shoulder. The Browns need another arm. Enter Huntley. Huntley obviously played some games last year with the Browns, starting in 5 with Miami last season. He finished with 800 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Let's see. And then Shedeur explains why he doesn't want his father at the Browns training camp. But regardless, it all looks as if the Browns are wasting Shedeur Sanders' time. Like this, all of this looks like they're wasting his time. And this is why I believe this. Let me see if I can pull something up from ESPN Cleveland, because ESPN Cleveland has actually done a good job covering the Browns, because they understand the market that people want for Cleveland Browns, content, especially involving Shedeur Sanders. This was the most recent quarterback throwing chart, what they did, what they weren't able to do. This was Flacco went 9 of 12. Shedeur once again 7 of 9. Accuracy has always been there. Dillon Gabriel actually had a pretty good day for the first time, maybe in forever. 4 or 5 with Pickett, not throwing an incompletion. So yeah, the training camp 8-4 must have been a light day, because we can show you what they had done up until then. Let me see if I can pull up their training camp tracker before August 4th. Let me see where they had compiled all their throws together. This was the tracker compiling all of their throws through 9 practices. Let me go ahead and share my screen so you can see that. And just to kind of let you know that Shedeur being 4th string just makes absolutely no sense. As you see, Flacco 54 of 92, Shedeur 49 of 70, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Kenny Pickett, 23 of 34, 3 touchdowns, whatever. But Dillon Gabriel at 62 of 1. That's under 50%, fellas. Let me go ahead and get the percentages, because that kind of paints a better picture. So Dillon Gabriel was, 62 of 113. He was at 55%, if I'm being generous, 54% completion percentage with 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Shedeur was 49 of 70, which is 70%, with 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And some of those were working against number 1 defenses. Shedeur Sanders is clearly better than Dillon Gabriel. But the simple fact that the Browns have him at 4 strings let me know that they're trying to prove themselves right, because they drafted Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round and didn't take Shedeur to the 5th round. But we all know that Shedeur Sanders has been a better quarterback than Dillon Gabriel at every single level of the position. He's always been a better QB than Dillon Gabriel. You put Shedeur Sanders on Oregon. I said this during the season. I'll say it again. I said it pre-draft process, during the draft process. Now I'll say it again. You put Shedeur Sanders on Oregon, they probably win the national championship, if not come a lot closer to beating Ohio State in the college football playoff than they did. You put Dillon Gabriel on Colorado, they win 3 games. I'm sorry. They win 4 or 5 games max, 3 games more likely. But you put Shedeur Sanders on Oregon, they go undefeated, and they probably have a better chance of beating Ohio State. Like, that's just the truth. They probably do beat Ohio State. I'm almost willing to say they do beat Ohio State. That's the difference. These stats through 9 practices are the difference. The beat reporters that are reporting on the Browns every single day, seeing Dillon Gabriel walks out there like a lost puppy, like somebody killed his dog, is the difference. The fact that Shedeur Sanders' uber confidence is a bigger player. Dillon Gabriel's a small quarterback. He's a small quarterback. Small quarterbacks don't typically work in the NFL. Kyler Murray's been inconsistent. Baker Mayfield is finally getting it together. But he's on the big side of small versus the smaller side of small, which is Dillon Gabriel. Under 6 foot, under 200 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. That's a Bryce Young recipe, which has been a disaster so far in Carolina. And I love Bryce. I thought Bryce was going to be a stud coming out of college, but I should have known small quarterbacks. It's hard to make it in the NFL as a 5'10 quarterback. That's what Dillon Gabriel's working with. Then he's left hand, which doesn't always help you when you're a quarterback. You're not uber talented. Greg Jennings went on TV the other day and said his ball, the nose of his ball points downward. It's different catching it from a lefty, especially if the nose of his ball is pointing downward. And you're mean to tell me this dude's better than Shedeur Sanders? I get it. You feel however you feel about Shedeur Sanders as a draft prospect. I know for damn sure he's better than Dillon Gabriel. I know for damn sure he's better than Jalen Milroe. I know for damn sure he's better than these guys that were drafted ahead of him. And it's proven. Like, whatever you want to say about the experience at Jackson State or Colorado with the daddy ball thing and all that stuff, and some of that is valid. Like, I know some, you hating. Some of that is valid. Let's not be mistaken. His number should have never been retired at Colorado. Like, some of that is valid. But let's not act like the man can't play football at all. Like, let's not act like the dude isn't talented at all. He's way more talented than Dillon Gabriel, and the numbers are proving it. But the simple fact that Cleveland Browns have him at 4th string, I don't give a damn if it's an unofficial depth chart. The fact that you're willing to put that out there, that he has been overly outperforming Dillon Gabriel, and you have him in your unofficial depth chart as 4th string is preposterous. And then you go out and sign Snoop Huntley? Like, what are we doing? You're wasting this man's time. Trade him, cut him, let him move on to go on to somewhere that's actually can use his talents. And I get it. 32 teams passed over him. Not once, not thrice, but 5 times. He got taken in the 5th round. I get it. Some of them more than 5. At the same time, I know that they just wanted to send a message, or is what it looked like, that I promise you, if he gets cut, he'll be picked up the next day. I promise you, if he gets cut, he'll be on my roster. I promise you, if he gets cut, even if it's in a backup capacity, because most of the teams, especially the good ones, they have their quarterback situation figured out. But I promise you, if this young man is made available today, tomorrow, next week, he will be on a 53-man roster. I promise you that. Smart, they do that by getting Shedeur ahead of Dillon Gabriel. This is a joke, man. What are we doing? What are we freaking doing? I'm surprised that the Browns are wasting this man's time in trying to really. Now, I should have known. Like, everything that's happened since he's been in Cleveland on the football side of things, from the football people, not Shedeur himself, not his people and his camera crew and the folks that he worked with. No, from the football people at the Cleveland Browns, has been a damn joke, right? You have Jimmy Haslam, the owner, go out and saying, I didn't think we were going to draft him. I didn't think we were. This was Andrew Berry's pick, which Shedeur's people did tell us from the jump. This has always been Andrew Berry's pick. Some of us, me included, thought this came down from the owner because it just seemed like it. Because if you're going to take Shedeur Sanders, Andrew Berry, you should probably take him before Dillon Gabriel, and he's proved that in training camp. But if it was your pick, I mean, it just didn't make sense that if he is your legitimate pick and not the owner's pick telling you to go pick him, why in the hell would you take Dillon Gabriel 2 rounds ahead of him? And Dillon Gabriel's looked like a freaking 5th-round pick, a 6th-round pick, and Shedeur's looked like the incumbent starter, the incumbent, and like meaning the guy coming back. He's looked like the incumbent, 70% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Dillon Gabriel, 54%, 55%. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, none of it makes sense. I think the Browns are wasting his time. I think he's going to be the starter, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't deny talent. And his talent in Cleveland, the great thing about ESPN Cleveland putting up these quarterback numbers each and every single day is that, like, now you can't lie about it. Now, we don't get context on these completions. We don't get everything, right? These completions, incompletions, turnovers, all that stuff. But one thing we do, holding you posting these quarterback numbers every single day, it's holding the Browns accountable, and it's allowing the fans to see, the ones that aren't able to make it, to hold the organization accountable. So therefore, when you do trot out Dylan Gabriel ahead of Shedeur Sanders, and he goes and stinks up the joint, no disrespect, Dylan, but you're just not as good as Shedeur, then the fans will know that Shedeur is more than worthy of being out there before Dylan. The fans will know when you list Shedeur at 4th string on the depth chart. They can challenge you and they can question you. And these are the paying customers. These are the folks that you don't want to piss off, because then they'll stop coming to games, they'll stop buying your merch, and they'll go full on get you guys fired, Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, because of what you're doing with Shedeur Sanders. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Shedeur Sanders 4th on the depth chart. Are the Browns wasting his time? I say yes, but I think that will change. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Vacation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell, because I upload all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.